Thankfully, there's no, like, achievement related to Knap beating any of the final bosses since they're already done. I'm gonna try the second of 3 custom fools, Julios. Hopefully I don't die. Because it's very easy for Julios to die. Try cheese and jelly to make it more palatable, but the terrible taste of the bread overpower the melted cheese and jelly. Damn, what the hell went wrong? If heavy spreads on top of it didn't even manage to fix it, what the hell was wrong in the first place? 1 scar to the opposing enemy, 10% multiplied by all points of fragile chance to apply a second scar. So... Alright, the wording on this one is super fucking weird, but I'm guessing is... You have a... 10? You have a certain amount of percentage to add a second and third scar. The formula for that being 10% times the amount of fragile Julios has. Maxing out at 30%. Alright, I think I got that. One got it. The left and right allies and heal them for 2 + 1 for each point of fragile. Otherwise, weak charge. Heal 5 damage to the opposing enemy, increasing by 2 for each point of fragile. And the healing one. Also, Julios uses a lot of blue pigment. Sure. I'm going to restart because having both Julios and Hans being the primarily using blue pigment is not good. Jesus Christ. This is a bad situation. My sister, who has more experience, said I made the rolls too big for the oven we used. Our big oven is broken, so we used a smaller one, but it's not as effective. The big one for some things like baking, and since I made it too big, the rolls were too dense and dry. Ah. That's it, sort of how they tasted bad. Okay. Maybe you can use them to make grated bread? That's honestly the only use I can think of not good bread. Too far gone, just had to throw them away. Tis sad. Sometimes the most humane thing to do is just let them go. Julios has a self-healing move. So it's not that bad if Julios using one wrong pigment at every so often. Alrighty. At the very least, the next batch you make is probably gonna go better, right? I say probably in the hopes that you learn from the mistakes. Ah, now I want bread rolls. Anytime we talk about food, I always get hungry. "55% chance it will go better. It's higher than my 50 chance from last time, but not too much to overestimate myself." Better than just 50, I guess. Right, that was not the right move. While guarded, maximum health is always equal to current health. Direct healing while guarded will increase maximum health. Interesting. That was not the right move. That's fine. Poor Julios. Oh, good lord, poor Julios. Wow, I am super fucking close to dying. Which is no good. Since it is currently orange season, my mother's most certainly gonna try and make more orange jam and or orange bread. And that is always super fucking nice. Yep, now I can't stop thinking about anything but food. Julius sure is a funny one. I don't think Julius's health ever gets higher than 4. It probably doesn't. Loose ends! Russian blue. Peppy powder. Rusky vampire? Sure. Say with a lot of hesitation on my tone. Yes. Yeah, I wonder what's for dinner. It might be some form of pasta. Which is always an acceptable answer for me. Alright. The powder is nice with Julios. Wow, that's a lot of fucking trouble. Dealing with this shit one step at a time. I think I'm starting to get the hang of Julios. I think I'm starting to see the... oh, what you call it? I can't remember how you say the word I'm trying to say. The flowchart? I'm starting to see the flow of how you play with Julios. Okay. I think I... God, it is still such a weird status effect. I gotta be more careful with that one. You got anything planned for dinner tonight? Or did you already have dinner? Okay. I'd much rather find an other friend to fight with. Just eating stew, nothing really fancy, and rarely do. But what is that stew composed of? The composition of the stew is one of the most important aspects of it. What is this stew made of? What ingredients are inside that stew? Also, what the hell am I doing in this situation? There we go. Did that increase their max health? I think it increased their max health. Interesting. Just bees, 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 seasoning, and vegetables. That's a good enough stew. I just remembered I wanted to ask you a question. Okay, now I have to remember how I want to phrase it. Alright, in Worm, if people wanted to become heroes, could they become heroes as, like, independently and not have to be affiliated with the fucking stupid organization that's a massive PR and stupid bullshit thing? Or would they just get hunted down by the people that are in the PR stupid organization of heroes? Being able to deal 10 damage from the start is so freaking good. There are multiple organizations. The PRT, the main one we follow, is just the biggest one in the world, but it's pretty hard going rogue since you could get into many legal problems if anything goes wrong while you get some protection under an organization. Being in an organization gives you protection from, let's say, accidentally doing something that could harm somebody. And the people who would sue the rogue agents in this case? Who wouldn't try and go and make a lawsuit? You also get some level of protection if you kill a villain that doesn't have a kill order on them. Alright, how does somebody get a kill order put on them? And oh my fucking god, and what are the repercussions if you do kill a villain that does not have a kill order on them? Like, what the hell do you do if you know that a villain is trying to do something really bad, but they don't have a kill order on them? What then? People whose car is destroyed can sue you. If you break a building in your fight, you can get sued by whoever owns it. Surprisingly, you can get sued by villains if they think you went too far. Huh. Being sued by the villains as well, that's very interesting, actually. Very odd. This thing's gonna deal damage. No, this thing's gonna deal damage first, and it's gonna move, and then it's gonna be annoying. Okay. No way, I should have done it the other way around. Not many villains have a kill order, but in the story, a kill order means the villain is too dangerous to be kept alive or jail and such can be killed on sight, so you're probably a B-class villain and higher. So why can't they just... So what's the normal penalty for killing a villain that does not have a kill order on them? Well, you're in an organization or why you're not? Let's say both. Jesus Christ, I am not getting a fucking pool board anytime soon, am I? While you're in an organization, you probably will only get like a slap in the wrist while the organization takes the brunt of the backlash. But if you're not, you can probably be put in jail depending on the situation. On the charges of regular good old murder, I suppose. And they make a case that even if it's below a B-class villain, they had a way of... Okay, what's the reason I'm trying to make here? They can probably make a case to defend themselves if the villain, even if they were a below E-class, had something extraordinarily dangerous up their sleeves. I feel like that sentence did not make any fucking sense. Suspect it's kind of like how in America you can be put in jail for shooting a burglar if they have their back to you and are running away. Alright, but if the burglar is facing your way and has a power and or device that could level a whole city block and you kill them, you would not meet repercussions. Right? Backbreaker 3 times in a row. That is a fucking new one. So if the rogue hero killed the villain for self-defense, he could get away with it, but the villain has no reason to be killed, like there were no threats to the hero or the immediate area, then they might put Paul in jail. Okay. Are there many cases where heroes, under the guise of an organization, kill the villains that were not on a kill list?